Good morning, everyone. It is 4 o'clock in the morning, or I've had barely any sleep. Been up all night setting up social media accounts and things like that for my new company. So yeah, we're all set up on TikTok now, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, so I hope you're ready for posts because it's all coming this year. This is my year. Right, so let the day begin. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm gonna get dressed and then I'll tell you more about my plans for the year. What's happening, everyone? Yeah, so as I was saying, I am setting up everything fresh. So there's no more Elite B-Dog. It's now B-Dog Productions. And we are going to target the year. So we're going to target the year this year. We're going to do the whole year, like my year anyway. Okay. Last couple of years, I've lacked confidence in doing anything. But this year, it's my year. I'm making sure I go for it. So once I finish brushing my teeth, we'll get into it. A little bit aftershave to make things smell nice. Yeah. As I was saying, so this year is going to be my year. I'm targeting to hit all my goals. I don't care like any hurdles. I don't care about no negativity, all positivity, thinking straight. None of that. No excuses. I'll set up the plans. Plans are already started, emotions have started, limit companies all set up. Social media platforms are getting ready. Eventually a website will be there. So then once we get income into the company, we will go all in. Obviously, there's a gaming side of things, it will come. It's difficult in the situation I'm in. I'm in my mother-in-law's at the moment, and obviously I share my bedroom with my kids. So there's no room for us at all. There's no room for me to game. If I'm at home, I have to be with the kids. It's just one of them things. I don't have time at home. But once I get income into the company, I will rent an office, and then the streaming side of things will come back. Obviously there'll be daily videos. Well, try and upload daily. I'm gonna try and upload as much as I can. I've got no excuses now. Once I get the office, it's all in from there. So yeah, I'm excited. Barely had any sleep because I've been up all night sorting out social media things. But back to work today. Let's earn some money. So yeah, let's go get a cup of tea. Goddamn light is bright in this bloody kitchen. See ya. Cup of tea on. Wait. Let's fill up the kettle first. So yeah, as I was saying. So yeah, situations for me to be able to do things is a bit difficult at the moment. But like I said, targets are set. We're gonna go all in this year. Sorry, I had an itchy nose. And we will aim for everything we can. Well, I can't be too loud because everyone's in bed. And obviously if anyone walks in, they'll think I'm on that face because I'm talking to my phone. But yeah, this is what it's going to be like for me at the moment until things progress. Let's just put it that way. Things will progress and things will get better for me. So I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. And we'll go into more depth once I've got the tea and I'm in my car, because then I could be a bit louder and I could go into more of a conversation about it. So I'll speak to you all in a minute. I'm back, baby. Yeah, so where was we? So yeah, now I can actually be loud in the car and I can actually talk, so you can actually hear me. Yeah, so unfortunately the last 2 years for me haven't been great. or for most people in the film industry, the films, they went on actors' strike 2 years ago, which put a lot of people out of work. I was out of work for 7 months, trying to find jobs left, right and centre. Unfortunately, to no success. I think in the end I got one job, and that was working inside a prison, building showers inside a prison. But then, lucky enough, I got another job, obviously on a film. Worked on there for, say, 7 months, I think it was. And then, again, ended up out of work again. This time round, I applied for jobs everywhere. Audi, Iceland, any company you could think of, even Uber, all that. Didn't get any. Uber one was a bit of a shit one, because to do the driving you have to have the insurance, but the companies that would insure you wouldn't insure me. The only company that would was some company, I can't remember the name of it now, but they wanted to have like £700 a month. And I was like, well, that's just not possible. Like, I can't afford that. I couldn't afford it. I've all my bills already on my insurance, and then another set of insurance for driving goods. Yeah, it just weren't ethical for me, really. But obviously, yeah, so I think I applied for like 50 jobs in about 2 months, and I think it was 4 got back to me. One of them I went for a few days, but whilst I was there, and then I finally got my first pay slip, obviously adding up maths and taking into account fuel and stuff like that, yeah, it just weren't ethical enough for me to be there, unfortunately. So I had to leave. It just was going to cost me money to go to the job, so yeah, it weren't worth it in that sense. But it was a good job. If it was closer to home, it might have worked better for me, because then I wouldn't have had to drive, but unfortunately it was miles away. Yeah, so lucky enough, 2 weeks before Christmas, I got a call to start. Actually, no, tell a lie. AP Anderson Projects gave me a few days work inside the house before I got to start on another film, and appreciate everything done. He helped me out big time. Obviously, he got me in for a few days, so I tried doing as much as I could for him. Obviously, it weren't a lot of money, but it helped, because it was close to home, and it helped. It did help. So yeah, appreciate that. Honestly, Kyle, you know that I always appreciate it, and I owe you big time for it. And if you ever need a hand again when I'm out of work, obviously you could always call me. You got my number. I'll always call you anyway. I will always keep in touch. So yeah, appreciate that big time. But then, lucky enough, obviously I got a call for a film to start 2 weeks before Christmas. So yeah, obviously I had to take it, and yeah, so now I'm back on a film. I'm going to concentrate on, this year is the year I'm going for it. No excuses, no backing out. I'm putting my heart in, committing myself to doing what I enjoy, and that is like just being me. Like at work, you got to sort of change the way you are. Like you can't, like obviously I don't change the way I am, as people will know me anyway. They go, he's a wind-up, he takes the piss. I do, I like to have a laugh, but my work always gets done. Some people still judge me from when I was 17. That was like nearly half my life ago. So that was fucking, they judge me. So obviously I'm lazy, don't do nothing, all this. But you get that regardless what job you're in. You've been there a long time, like me. You're not there to please people. I'm not there to please people. I'm there to do my work, and then that's it. I'll have a laugh while I'm doing it. Don't care if I upset you. Unfortunately, if I upset you, I'll fucking upset you. That's not my problem. Sorry, not interested. But yeah, so obviously now head's on right. Got my head out of the gutter. Got my confidence back a bit. I won't say I'm fully 100% confident again in myself, but you get there. You get these little hurdles that will throw you off, like especially when you got kids. Like you feel like you're letting them down more than anything. And yeah, this time round it ain't happening. This year, I'm going all in. Like, even if it means, like, because the plan I have is obviously I still work in the films. So what, say 7:30 till 4 o'clock. Obviously if there's overtime, there's overtime. Obviously I've got to take as much of it as I can. But once the office, so February time, I'm hoping I could get my office. And then once the office comes, so after work, I'll drive straight to the office, stream for a couple of hours. Like, could be gaming, could be just Q&As, could sit there replying to some of the questions that you ask. Could be anything really. It's just saying that I've got to do. Obviously Sunday I want to try and make it a bit different though. Sunday, because I started playing golf and really enjoy it. I find it quite therapeutic because you could just like chill out, and there's like no vehicles driving around except from caddies. I say caddies, buggies. But yeah, I could just enjoy the peace and quiet. So on a Sunday, I'd sort of like want to try and, like, obviously once I get money, book golf up, record myself playing golf, talking to you, having a bit of a chat. Obviously again, probably more, is it flogging or is it blogging? I don't know what they call it. Flogging. Nah, flogging sounds like I'm trying to sell something. Is it blogging? Whatever it is. Yeah, that sort of thing. Like, and then obviously I could up, because I'm an amateur, I'm shit. Like, I ain't great. I'm alright. Well, I think I'm alright. But I don't know. We'll see. Like, well, you will see. Like, when the videos come, you will see. And then you can see my progress throughout the year. See if I've got better. If I ain't, in golf I'm retiring from. I'll take up darts. But yeah, just want to make sure that I'll keep my head on. That's what I'm going to do. Like I said, these little short clips. Like, not short clips, because they're not short clips, are they? Like, it's going to be a full video of me, like, telling you what my plans are. So February time, I'm hoping to get the office. That is the main goal next, is to get the office. Like, obviously Saturdays, like, people will say, yeah, stream on the Saturdays, because obviously everyone's off work or everyone's off school, this, that, the other. I can't. Saturdays, through the day, I have to make time for my kids, because this commitment I've got to make Monday to Fridays, like I said, work, and then after work I'll begin streaming. Once I get the office, I barely will see my kids. Like, by the time I get in, they'll be ready for bed. So I have to make sure Saturdays is their day. Obviously, like, maybe when later on in the night I could do a bit of streaming, but the day is theirs. I have to make that commitment. That's their day. I love my kids, and I've got to do as much as I can with them as I can. Obviously, because you don't get that time back, fortunately. But I have to sacrifice time at the moment to benefit my family. That's what I have to do, and I'm willing to sacrifice that, as long as it's not going to take up all my life. As long as I can try and make things better for us within 2 years, I'll be happy with it. Because obviously some of you, like, as you heard earlier in the video, obviously I'm in the mother-in-law's, and, like, we share a room with my kids. Like, I don't think I've slept in my own bed in the last 4 years. Let's just put it that way. I think I've slept either on the end of the bed, like a little lapdog, on the floor, or the top bunk of my kids' bed. That's where I've been sleeping at the moment, and that's only because I've got 3 kids, and yeah, we don't have the room. I just don't have the room, and obviously we've got a 6-month-old baby, so she needs all, obviously, the attention at the moment. So yeah, it's hands-on. But yeah, so some of you might say, well, why don't you go private renting? Went to last year, applied to go private renting, found a property, 2-bedroom place, lovely little thing. Probably would have been expensive. Like, I probably would have made me struggle, don't get me wrong, but I think for the space I would have happily sacrificed struggle for space, because then I could have actually done things as well, like my streaming and things like that, and concentrate on it and have the space I need for things. But so as I said, I found a property, went to it, liked it. It was close to family, so it was even better. Massive fields near it, schools nearby, so everything was like perfect. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Offered what they asked for, like for renting. So I offered it. I was like, yeah, I'll pay that. I'll happily pay it for obviously what I was getting. And so everything was good. I paid a holding deposit. It was like £300. I was like, yeah, I'll pay it, because I wanted it like badly. So once I applied, they then asked for proof of income. So okay, I sent them over my bank statements, which obviously showed weekly income. They asked for references, so I sent them references. I could have sent them pay slips. I think I even did send them pay slips. I'm sure I sent them pay slips as well. So they asked for references, so obviously I gave them a couple of references. They rung up one of the bosses I've worked for, rung him up, but they scared him off, because obviously he wasn't working with me at the time, and he was like, nah, I can't give out that information. So again, where we work in films, people don't like generally talking about where we work. Like, they're quite strict on it. I explained that to them. I said, look, you're going to not get answers out of some people because obviously that situation. And then they turned around and was like, yeah, because we can't prove your income. I was like, how can you not? I've seen you my bank statements, I've seen my pay slips, and they even had one reference got back to him saying that, yeah, I was earning that income, like my wages, how much I earn an hour, this, that, the other. And they were like, because we can't prove your income, do you fancy, we can't go through with obviously just a monthly deposit, but we can accept if you put down a 6-month deposit. I said, a 6-month deposit? Like, the property was like worth, I think it worked out, it was like £1,600 a month, maybe even £1,700, I can't remember now. Probably even more than that, because this is fucking London. That's what it's like nowadays, for a 2-bedroom flat. And they were like, yeah, can you put a 6-month deposit down? I was like, 6 months deposit? I was like, nah. I was like, I ain't got that. I was like, if I had that, I wouldn't be fucking renting. I'd be putting a deposit down on a property. So I ain't got that. And they were like, oh, well, look, we can't go through with it. So I was like, okay, then I'll have my deposit back. And they were like, well, it's not refundable. I was like, well, you didn't say that. They were like, yeah, we said it. I was like, you fucking didn't. I had the email. I've got the email still. I still have the email to this day. There was no thing that said the deposit is non-refundable. So obviously I got to argue with them on the phone. They refused to pay out. So I just left them bad reviews. I was going to chase it up, but I couldn't be asked. I was just like, my head was fried. I just couldn't. I couldn't get my head around it. I thought, how the fuck can they get away with that? Because it just seems like a scam, like a legal scam of theirs. Like, because then I started looking it up, and apparently it happens quite often. Apparently in London they can ask for that now, which I find outrageous. There's people struggling as it is, and then you're trying to tell people to pay £6. Like, fair enough, if you have the money and you want to go renting, fair enough. If that's like, it's not like I weren't going to pay, because I was. Obviously, I just couldn't put down 6 months rent. Like, it just weren't, like, they see, like I said, I sent out my bank statement. They see how much I had in my bank account. I didn't have 6 months rent. Not straight away anyway. It might have been different if I was in there for a few months. I might have been able to get the money for 6 months rent, but there was no way I was going to have 6 months rent in one hit. Not a chance. So yeah, that's the reason why I haven't gone renting. And again, like I said, I ended up about a month or two later, I ended up back out of work. So I was just, in a hindsight, it was a good thing that it didn't happen, because I would have been struggling, very struggling. So I've got to take the positive out of the negative. So obviously it would have been nice to have our own place, but unfortunately it was for a reason that we didn't. And it like someone's watching over us, I guess, maybe, in that sense. That obviously it didn't happen. But yeah, so like I said, this year I'm targeting goals, making sure I put commitment into earning money, trying to do whatever I can, and yeah, we're going to go for it. We're going to go all out. There'll be, like I said, random videos getting uploaded here and there. I want to try and just concentrate on doing my goals. But yeah, so new year, new me, let's go, baby. Alright, so I'm going to start driving to the garage because I need to get milk for my Weetabix. And then, yeah, we'll have another chat when we get to work. So, see you in a bit. So I've arrived. Not at work, at the shop, and it's shut. So I've got to wait. Got to wait for the shop to open. So until then, I will sit and talk to you guys because I've got nothing else to do while I wait. But yeah. So let me know if you've got any advice for me on like best ways to look for offices and things like that. Just let me know because I'd like to know, because I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't even know where to look. I don't know if it's a good price or nothing. I've had a little look at the moment, like round by where I live, and I found like one or two, but I don't understand how it works. I wonder if they'll let you leave your PC in there overnight, things like that. Because obviously I don't want to be like unplugging all my PC to then carry it to this place to then carry it back out at the end of each night. So I need an office that will let me lock up and just leave my PC in there. Right, so yeah, I'm intrigued by it. Very intrigued. But yeah, first day back at work after the Christmas period. I'm dreading it. I've had like probably about an hour's sleep, maybe 2. Yeah, I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be feeling it later, that's for sure. And the kids are going to make sure I don't go to sleep. Even though I'd really want to, but I won't be able to. No point. I might as well stay awake and then get an early night. Can't wait to see everyone from work. I ain't seen them for a few days. Wonder how their Christmases were. Hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and a good New Year. That is the main thing. That's all that matters, as long as you lot enjoyed yourself. I had a very great New Year's, first New Year's in ages where I've actually had a laugh. Like last year, I think the year, well, not last year, obviously it's only just finished. The year before that, I think I was the only person awake at 12 o'clock. I remember standing in the living room on my own, everyone's in bed, and I'm like, Happy New Year! Wasn't even drinking or nothing, but this year, it was a great New Year's. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, obviously, had a few drinks with family, missus. Even the kids stayed up late. I let them stay up late. My son didn't stay up. He fell asleep in the end. But my daughter, she, fair play, she soldiered on, man. She was up till like 1 o'clock in the morning. And it was good. It was a good night. Had a few drinks. Yeah, it was a good night. Very good night. It was nice to see everyone enjoying themselves. Like, even though it was only a small, like, I think it was only a few of us. Like 4 of us, 5 of us. Like, it was just, it's not about the amount of people. It's more, you surround the right people around you and you could have a laugh. And we did. We had a great time. Like, we played that stupid game where you got to put the tape down and you got to do the steps inside it, blindfolded, and see where you end up. And I still can't get my head around it. I don't understand how it works. Like, how do you, like, because it doesn't feel like you're moving at all. But I was ending up everywhere. Like I walked into the wall. I was like doing a circle at one point. Didn't even, like, and it don't even feel like I moved. It's mad how your eyes, like, how up in that sense. I couldn't imagine what it would be like being a blind person. Like, because your whole aspect and like of everything will change. Like, it'd be mad. Like, obviously, if you're a blind person watching it, hi, how you doing? If you can hear me, I hope you have a great time. I hope you're enjoying life. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. I couldn't handle not being able to see. So yeah, I'm waiting for the shop to open to get some milk, because I need milk for my Weetabix. I've got no milk. And I'm gonna need a drink. I'm trying to save money, and yeah, so like, because I don't know how I'm gonna survive these next few weeks, that's for sure. But I'll get there. Like I said, it's a small hurdle, positive thinking. I'll ring up the bank though and tell them one of the direct debits can't come out because I ain't got no money. If they take it out, I'm completely skinned. I wouldn't even have money for fuel. So, yeah. This is what it's like to live in London. For the people that want to move to London, I don't get why. It's not good here. Like, it's just a place for tax. Tax on tax on tax. Like, honestly, like, it's not worth living here. There's so many beautiful places in England. So many beautiful places in Scotland. Cheap and all. And for what you're paying, it's worth it. I wouldn't want to live in London. I would move away. Unfortunately, discussion with the missus, and she doesn't want to. Which is fair enough. Like, I can't expect to drag her away from friends and family. No, I can't. No, it's not fair. So we discussed it, and obviously one of us is going to have to settle for what they want, and unfortunately that's me on that hand. Obviously, you never know, when the kids are older, maybe she'll come to terms with it, but until then, it is what it is. I'm happy as long as she's happy. I'm happy as long as anyone's happy, really. I'm always happy. I try to be happy anyway. Don't get me wrong, there's times where I'm like, get right stressed out, get right pissed off. But that's natural. Everyone gets like it. Not everyone in the world is always like Mr. Tumble. Don't think he's happy all the time. I've heard stories about that man. He is not a happy bunny all the time. My mate told me a story the other day that he see him outside his daughter's school. He was there for some show. He said, so when he see him, he was like, oh, it's Mr. Tumble. So he thought we'd go over to say, to probably get a photo of something. I don't actually know what he was doing. But he said as he was walking over, I could hear him on the phone going, you having this, you having that, you take the piss and all this. And he said, next minute he goes, obviously turned around, obviously see that he was stood there and was like, hi, I'm Mr. Tumble. Changed his whole persona. But again, not everyone's true colours. There's a lot of people in this world that hide their true colours and their true intentions. That's the thing. Me, you get what you're given. If you don't like it, piss off. I don't care. I am me. A lot of people, like I said, that know me, know that I don't ever change. There's situations where people are dead serious or dead upset. I ain't about that. I can be serious and I could get upset, but I try and make situations a little bit lighter in matters, because sometimes life can be very hard and people can get proper knocked down, and it's people like me who don't like seeing people like that. People that struggle, I don't like that. I don't like seeing people upset. Don't get me wrong, when I was younger, I was a dickhead. I can't deny that. I was a Jack the Lad, thought I was the toughest man in the world, and I was a dickhead towards people. I thought I was invincible, and then as I got older, I don't know, you realise how much of an idiot you was. And unfortunately, people that I've hurt growing up, I do apologise. I am sorry, because it weren't nice and it weren't fair. But again, mistakes were made, and there's nothing I can do about it now. You never know. If things go well, I might see you. Might see you once. I don't know. Or at a school reunion, if there's people there that obviously I know I've done wrong to, I will apologise to them. Because I've got kids of my own, and I'd hate for anything to happen to them. I dread the day that anything does happen to them, because I'm more worried about how I would react, because I know what I'm like. I know I could be a bit of a idiot with situations, because sometimes I don't think. Obviously I try to, but most of the time actions end up happening before thinking does. That gets me into trouble a lot. So yeah, but anyway, that's that story. So here's another story. So a week before Christmas, I was driving to work and pulled into the petrol station to get a drink and fags, and I come out or cigarettes, as some people like to say. I come out and driving out towards the exit. Next minute, out of nowhere, whack. I was like, what the fuck's that? Obviously someone's hit me. So I was like, for fuck's sake. So I got out. Obviously there's a dent in the back of my car. And obviously, at the time, I was like, use some sort of video, like pointing at it, like that. The geezer got out and he's like, didn't you see I was reversing? I was like, yeah, you moron, into me. I'm there, like I'm driving out. You've just pulled out into me. Not even pulled out, he was trying to reverse into a bait, I think. But he turned right, so I've gone straight, and the next minute he's just started reversing and hit me. So obviously I was like, just give me your insurance details. At the time I was like, give me insurance details. And he was some old guy. So he got out, obviously went into his truck, got the insurance details out, come over to me. And like I said, it was a week before Christmas, and this year I didn't want no quarrels, I didn't want no drama. I want to start the year just doing what I wanted to do. So this guy, once I'd calmed down and collected myself, I checked the extent of the damage. Opened the back door, still opened. Opened the petrol cap, still opened. Opened the boot, still opened. So it's just a dent and a lot of scratch. And personally, doesn't affect me. I don't really care about this car. Like, this car just ain't one of them ones that I've got heart in. It's just I had to get it because I needed room for the kids. It's just one of them things. So I turned around and said to the man, I was like, look, I can't be asked for the drama. It's too near Christmas. Is your truck all right? He's like, yeah. And I was like, well, do you know what? Merry Christmas. I'll see you later. And that was it. And I went. And I was saying to everyone, I was like, I bet. Everyone's like, he's going to say that you hit him. I said, well, if he does, he does. Obviously, the cameras will show that he hit me. And obviously, where the damage is on the car, it will show that he hit me. But I just didn't care. I felt sorry for him, if anything, because he was an old boy. And I thought, you know what? It's Christmas. Like, the damage ain't affecting me. Like, this car, like I said, it's just, like, it'd be gone within a month or two anyway. Like I said, this car, it ain't gonna last long for me. Like, I don't want it. I'll get a cheap little runaround. Because this car just, not that it eats away at fuel, it just ain't a car that I like. It's just, it has not been, like, don't get me wrong, I love the space. I'll never disagree with it for that, because obviously I've had to get 3 car seats in, a massive buggy, and my golf clubs are just sat in the car the whole time. But it has been good for that sense. But again, I need to start thinking properly, and yeah, in a month or two this car is going to be gone. So, but yeah, that happened a week before Christmas. So maybe a good deed. Is it a good deed? Has anyone else ever done things like that? I felt like it was a good deed. Like, people probably think, like, you're an idiot. I am an idiot. Because it ain't that, like, the car lost value now, it's got a dent in it. If you know any tips or tricks to get dents out, tell me. Because I don't have a clue. I see videos saying that hot water and then a plunger. That didn't work. I tried it. It's either that or I had a shit plunger. But yeah. So what time is it now? So it's 5:30 now. I wonder what time the shop opens. I'm wide awake. Like, that's for sure. I was expecting to, like, get to work. Well, I ain't even at work yet. I'm like 5 minutes away. Expecting to get there, and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I could just go sleep in my car. But I don't know. Excitement's taken over. Because I know this year I'm going for it, son. So yeah, I'm working at Shepperton Studios. That's where I'm working at the moment. That's where the film that I'm on at the moment is going on. Obviously I can't disclose what film it is, because I'll get in trouble. But yeah, obviously once the website's all set up, I will put on the website obviously attachments to my YouTube and all that, but I'll add like a page which I think is going to be quite nice, page of films that I've worked on, like TV shows, films, all of them that I've worked on, and I'll add them all into a lot of page so then people could actually see what I've worked on. Right, and obviously I'll add on the ones that have me on the end credits, I'll have like a little montage of me in the end credits. Obviously there ain't many, but recently, I don't know, like the last few years they've added like construction in quite often. I find it more annoying when, like, no offence to obviously people that like do certain jobs in films, but like some of the work construction have to do, like a lot of it wouldn't have the film if it weren't, like, I know obviously they could probably CGI a lot of it now, but it won't look the same. So building sets with construction side of it and the work they put out is fantastic. Like, and sometimes on jobs, and I'll be dead serious, on jobs they don't get the recognition they deserve. Like I've seen it where, like, say like second accountant gets a recognition at the end of the film, like, or hairdresser. Like, fair enough, yeah, you made the hair look fucking lovely, but did you build a 30-foot column? No. Did you build the whole of a set? No. Like, did you work, what, say every day 7 till 5, sometimes 7 till 7, Saturdays and Sundays? No. You've probably done 4 days of doing someone's hair and makeup while they're filming, and you get the recognition. And people like plasterers don't, sometimes chippies don't, riggers don't, and they're the ones that do a lot of work, and they work hard. Like, I'm just a labourer. Like, obviously, I'll tell you a story. Like, so Tom Cruise, remember when I met him, I was walking down from the back lot in Shepperton Studios on one of the films, and as I was walking back, I believe it was The Mummy, as I was walking back, he'd come driving past on his buggy, and he was driving it, and there was like probably about 6 people already on it, and obviously it's a long walk back, and as I was walking back, he's like, jump on. So I jumped on, and obviously sitting next to him, and you can't you get a bit uncomfortable because you're not supposed to interact with them and things like that. Like, you're not supposed to go out of your way to chat to them unless they talk to you. Sometimes you can, some of them can be alright. But so anyway, he was like, so what do you do? And I was like, I'm just a labourer. I'm a plasterer's labourer. And he's like, you're not just a labourer, you're always somebody. And I was like, true. Because us labourers, we do get stick, but we do fucking work hard. It's a busy job. Sometimes it can be easy. If you're on top of it, it's handy, and if you've got the right amount of manpower, everything's easier. But sometimes it could be a right shit show, and you feel it at the end of the day, that's for sure. Like 100%. Like, that's a guarantee. Like, there's times where I've been like, fuck, I could just walk out right now. Like talking about celebrities, I remember Jake Gyllenhaal, 16 years old, when I was 16, walked into the canteen, and I went up to him, like, because obviously he was in the queue. Maybe it was the wrong place, maybe, I don't know. I walked up to him, and I was like, hi Jake. I was only 16 years of age, first celebrity I've ever met. I went up to him, I was like, hi Jake, like, I really like the films you were in. The only film I knew he was in was Day After Tomorrow. And he turned around, looked at me, and was like, and walked off. Didn't say thank you, nothing. And I was just like, prick. So after that, I just stopped going up to celebrities. It put me off. I just thought, like, maybe it's something you just don't do. So I never have done since. I don't think I have done with any celebrity, gone up to them. I've had I've had the geezer out of Snow White, a huntsman, I believe. We was waiting, me and my brother had a catering. We were just standing there waiting to get a drink, I believe it was. And he come up to us and he was talking to us. I can't remember his name. And he was actually talking to us. Obviously, only a small chat. Oh, what do you lot doing? And just things like that. But he actually, like, it's people like Tom Cruise, for instance. He goes out of his way and actually makes an effort to talk to everybody. Most people don't. Most people ain't interested in, like, the little people, as I like to say. And I've had Angelina Jolie go mad at me once. I remember as I was, my father worked with me in the film industry, and he's reversing the forklifting trailer into the stage. So I've had to move things out of the way of the big stage doors. So I picked up this sheet of ply, 3/4 ply, and I put it against the fire exit. Only temporary, only just to let him in, and then when he was out, I'd move it again. But she obviously seen me do it. And, like, obviously I didn't see her coming. I just heard all of a sudden behind me was, and what would happen if there's a fire? So I turn around, like, who the hell's that? Turn around and it's Angelina Jolie. And yeah, I was just like, didn't know what to say. And lucky enough, the construction manager at the time was there, and he was like, what's going on? She's like, well, he's blocked the fire exit. What would happen if there's a fire? And fair play to him, because he could have probably got in trouble for it. Tamara said, well, look, love, I ain't being funny. If there's a fire, you think we're going to let you go first? And that was it. She stormed off with the amp. So, took the heat off me a little bit. But yeah, there could be great times on films and there could be bad times on films. Lucky enough, it all depends on what crew you're working with. Like the crew that I'm working for at the moment, Hedgehog, best crew I've worked for. I've worked with them for a few years now, and there's some great people that work for them. I can't deny it. Like, since I've worked with them, I don't know, I felt good in my job. Because before that, I didn't feel good in my job at all. I worked, so when I come into the game when I was 16, I worked with a lot of older blokes. So I was 16, I think probably 3/4 of the men that I was working with were over 60 years old. And yeah, they just, obviously I was 16, I didn't want to work. So I didn't want to do anything. So I burnt a lot of bridges straight away from being 16 in the game. And yeah, I upset a lot of people. Only because, again, I was a kid, and we all make mistakes when we're kids. But you should. That's why I don't get why people still judge people when they're a kid. You shouldn't, because we've all been there. Anyone that says they haven't made a mistake as a kid, you're lying. Reality is we all make mistakes as kids. That's what turns us into the men or women that we are now, and that's how it works. But yeah, when there's a shop opening, I just want my milk. I want to eat a bowl of cereal. I'm starving. Yeah. It's been nice chatting though. No, so this is like one of the vlogs I'm going to do. So, once obviously, maybe once I get to work, I'll edit it. Edit the video maybe. Because I've still got what? I don't start till 7:30. 6 o'clock now, so I've got an hour. Maybe it might take a little bit longer than an hour. I'll edit a small clip onto TikTok. Should I edit it or should I just upload it? Now I've got to edit it. I don't know how to do it. But it's all the fun of games of learning what I'm doing. So I can't wait to see what the end product's like. So, yeah, I'm going to end it there. Obviously, hopefully I'll achieve getting my milk for my breakfast. But that's my first vlog of the day. I'm going to go with my first ever. Is it a vlog or is it vlog? Well, whatever. But honestly, if you like the video and you're intrigued and want to see how the journey goes, follow, subscribe, whatever it is you're watching on, and welcome to the family. And don't forget, if you've got any questions, just comment, leave them there. I'll happily reply. It's not like I'm going to ignore you. I'm not that sort of person anyway. But yeah, just leave any questions or any advice. I'm more than happy to read them. Like I said, maybe once a week we'll do a Q&A thing where your questions, I'll do a video of answering people's questions and things like that. It'll give me ideas of what I can do. Yeah, so I'll be intrigued to see what people say. So everyone, B-Dog is out. Adios.